Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the Century League. This is Nico, the owner, GM, and head coach of the Detroit Lions that actually made the playoffs. No, but anyways, guys, I'm going to do your highlights for Week 13. I'm going to call these the PJ reviews, or the PJ highlights, the pajama highlights. Just woke up, going to work in about an hour. So I'm going to do this as fast as I can, give you a quick breakdown of the teams that made the playoffs. I think Colin's going to be doing the matchups, so I'm just going to let you know who made the playoffs, and that's it. And then who's playing in those tiers. I think I went through that, though. All right, for game number 1, the rivalry. Been practicing that word, rivalry. Game of the week. It was Detroit Lions and Chicago Bears. I'm really surprised I pulled this one off, especially when I didn't start a tight end. My issue was they weren't going to let me drop TJ Hawkinson because he had played already. So I messed up and I didn't drop him. And then when I tried to drop him to pick up another player, they were saying I couldn't drop him because he played. I didn't want to drop the tight end from the Giants. I totally forgot his name. It's flying by my head right now because I just woke up. But so that's what happened. I didn't even start a tight end. It was just a bad performance by Chicago's team. Chicago should have actually beat me in this one. But this actually put me in the playoffs. I'm kind of happy about it. It's actually awesome. I was led by Carlos Wentz with 24 points. 24.4 points. Mixon with 17 and Eckler with 16.7. That's not a bad mix. Chicago, that fell short, but top performers, they had Prescott at 22.7, pretty much matched Winston. Cooper at 16.5. Again, if you look at more of their team, a lot of their other players did not perform. If we take a look at the box score real quick with them, give me a second. My internet takes a little bit longer to load up at my house. But we're going to see that we had a few players here who didn't perform where they should have. All right, so let's check this out. For Chicago, yeah, we had tight end Gresham 7.6. The Lions defense 2.6. Yeah, so he had some guys who misperformed. And looking at his bench, he wasn't really going to start wasn't really going to do anything to save the week. But again, that was a great win for the Lions, because that put me in 8th place and put me in the playoffs. All 4 teams from my division made it to the playoffs. That's actually amazing. So shouts out to the Green Bay Packers, the New York Football Giants, and the Chicago Bears for all of us making it. It's actually pretty freaking awesome. So our next matchup is going to be, give me 1 second. Again, my internet takes a little while to load at my house. Oh, by the way, how's everybody's Thanksgiving out there? Let us know. Comment down. Everybody have a fun, safe Thanksgiving. Any fun stories, crazy stuff that happened? I had a lot of crazy stuff. I had family members from overseas that were here for about a month, and Thanksgiving was pretty hectic. I'll just put it that way. Our next game is going to be Seattle Seahawks traveling to the Los Angeles Rams. 1 second. All right, so we had Seattle now running away with this, but pulling off a close one. 117.9 to 116.6. I mean, that's a good game. And I know the Rams needed wins. The Rams needed the win. It's so difficult. This happened to me all season. When it's that you lose by a point or by 2 points. I think this year in this league I've lost 2 games by less than 3 points. It just sucks. That's such a heartbreak. But they pull it off. Their top performers, Kenny Golladay, and Colt Beasley, Lamar Jackson. LA Rams, Robert Woods. Robert Woods had a great week. Really was looking for that. Todd Gurley, a good week. And Jason Witten, old, reliable Jason Witten. I love that guy, man. I'm not a Dallas fan, but Jason Witten's those kind of players that I love, man. He's just the old, reliable guy. We always call him that. All right, for our next game. And so everybody knows this is the last week. Next week, the playoffs start. I think we all know that. This game here, too, by Pittsburgh and New England. Another one, which I see a lot of these games happening in our league. This really, really sucks. Pittsburgh Steelers travel to New England. Sorry if my throat's if I'm coughing up a little bit. I just woke up and I have a really, really sore throat. But we have Pittsburgh traveling to New England. And Pittsburgh Steelers, you guys pulled it off. 84.7 to 84. I don't even know what to say. That's that's a crazy. That's 2 games this week we had, finish for like a point over or whatever. But that's crazy. Pittsburgh's going to be in that race for the first draft pick, I think. Not sure, but I think they are. And maybe they're putting that team together, but that's awesome. New England. I mean, literally, New England loses this game. If you guys don't remember, New England was on a hot streak. They had won 5 in a row at one point. 5 in a row. They were on a hot streak, and they just fell off. If they would have won this game, I'm pretty sure. Again, thank you to Pittsburgh Steelers. We really appreciate it. You know us in Detroit, we always got love for you guys. But if you guys did not beat New England, I actually would not have made it to the playoffs. I think with the points I was looking at, I think they still would have made it to the playoffs over me. And you beat them by 0.7, and I beat the Chicago Bears. Shouts out to Chicago too. And I made it for the 8th seed. That is crazy. 84.7 to 84. Top performers for Pittsburgh's defense. And, wow. That's crazy. New England, Tom Brady, Westbrook, and Kelsey. Brady with 24. Westbrook, good week, 19. I didn't start him in one of my leagues that I lost. And Travis Kelsey at 14. All right, guys. Let's move on to our next matchup. Again, I just want to say it's crazy. 84.784. That's just... And the game right above it, Seattle at the Rams, is 117.9 or 117.9 to 116.6. There's always been a lot of close games in this league, except when it comes to Kansas City. Shouts out to Kansas City to that owner. Keeps blowing everybody out. All right. Our next game will be Baltimore Colts traveling to the Cleveland Browns. And we have Baltimore again. Cleveland's another team who needed this win to keep in that run for that 8th spot. Well, no, they wouldn't. They would have 7-7, so it wouldn't have mattered, actually. Sorry about that. All right, so we have Baltimore pounding it into them. Okay? Baltimore bringing it back up. I think they're on a 2-game winning streak. Or actually, they lost last week. I'm sorry, but they're starting to put their team together. They know they want to get that first pick. But 100.5 to 92.1. The Baltimore takes that. Sanders, 21.5 points. Patrick Mahomes, 19.5. And Ridley with 17.1. For the Browns, even though they come up short, we have Henry with 23.6. And we also have Brissett with 12.7. So, good game. Again, a close one. I can't remember how I predicted this one. But 2 teams that I think one's competing in the lower level. The other one's going to be competing in the second tier. And now we have, of course, the Oakland Raiders traveling to our number 1 team, the Kansas City Chiefs. I think Connor is the manager there. He'll be doing previews for next week's playoff, first week of the playoffs. So, in that game, we have the Oakland Raiders, who are pretty much out of the top 8 race. But again, are to me one of my favorite teams. I think Oakland Raiders got really unlucky with a lot of the matchups this year. I don't think they're that bad of a team. I don't think they're a 5-8 team, basically. But that's what the record shows. But I could see them in the second tier or the first round pick tier. I could see them probably winning that all. And then we have them traveling to Kansas City. Kansas City beats them. It's 80.8 for Oakland and 90.1 for Kansas City. I think the last time they matched up, and let me know if I'm wrong about this, but I think the last time Oakland and Kansas City matched up earlier on in the year, it might have been a 10-point difference again. Or it might have been a 5 to 10-point difference. Let me know, Oakland or Kansas City, if I'm wrong on that one, but I'm pretty sure I did a review or preview on that. You guys have had close games, I'm pretty sure, every time you've played. So, shouts out to Kansas City for the number 1 record. He's also going to be the number 1 seeded team this year. So, good for you, man. Worked hard. Great freaking team. They were led by Devontae Adams, who I think he acquired in a trade, 24.4 points. Moore, 19.2. Hopkins, there we go, Hopkins, bringing it back at 15.6. And what can you say about the Oakland Raiders? They had a blowout week by White, 37.7. They needed it this week, too. Boyd gave him 16.9. LaShawn McCoy, 12 points. Still not bad. Still not bad. It's a good run, 12 points for LaShawn McCoy, especially to old back like that, who I still don't understand how his knees haven't broken and he's still in the NFL. But all right, So our next game, we're going to be going to, okay, the Denver Broncos traveling to the Houston Oilers. Denver Broncos dropped this game 107.8. Houston Oilers away pick up the win at 112.8. Again, a close game. Very close game. And you could tell by the points. Rodgers for Houston at 28.1. Cooper Kupp for Denver at 18.5. Thanks for Cooper Kupp for coming back. He was gone for like 2 weeks. I don't know what the hell he was doing. Even 3 weeks, actually. But then you had a too strong. You had Hunt at 17.5 for Oilers. And then you also had McCaffrey kind of going under, but at 17.2, still a good performance. But it kind of pushed them over the edge. It pushed Houston over there. Houston finishes. Now, don't give me, I don't know for sure, but I think Houston's 8-5, it says here. They might have a tie, I'm not sure. But they're in the playoffs. They're one of the teams in the playoffs. They deserved it. Good job, Houston Oilers, on making it to the playoffs. One of the 8 teams. Your team really rebounded and did a lot of stuff, so good job. All right, for our next game. Now, I wanted this to be one of the rivalries of the week. But I put it at the game of the week. And I think I didn't mention that. But I did put it at the game. Sorry about that. That was a wife calling. If the phone vibrated or anything like that. But this is the game of the week. So, the game of the week to me is the New York Giants at the Green Bay Packers. So, I'm going to go through this real quick. My laptop's about to die. So, the New York Giants traveled to Green Bay, and I'm pretty sure this was for the first place in our division. New York Giants 89.1 to the Green Bay Packers 99.6. What can I say? Green Bay. You've been floating around at the bottom at one point. They were in the middle, at the bottom at one point in the middle. They made it to the first. Commish, congratulations. Finishing first in our division. One of the hardest divisions, I believe. I believe the hardest division in our league. Good freaking job, man, on the commissioner for that. Winning first in our division at 8-4-1, I think. It says 8-5-1 here. We're going to make sure we know about the actual records. But another team that make it to the playoffs. Also, the Giants will make it to the playoffs. So we have all 4 of our teams in our division make it to the playoffs. All right. Last but not least, we have the Arizona Cardinals, who will be competing in that lower tier for the first-round draft pick, I'm pretty sure. Traveling to Dallas to face the Cowboys. All right, folks. Arizona 89.9 to Dallas Cowboys 69.9. Arizona's team came together too late. If you've been watching Arizona's teams or Dallas' team, again, Dallas teams has been there for a long time, but they've been really putting it together. But Arizona Cardinals team just came together too late. But I have a prediction that she didn't make a lot of moves. That manager didn't make a lot of moves. So next year, if she keeps her right players, I could see her team being one of the top teams in our league. This year it could have been. If it wasn't for a few losses that were kind of eeks. You know what I mean? So that's the last game. Oh, and Cardinals were led by Edelman at 21.9. Edelman, thank you. And at New Orleans defense at 15 points. Murray with 13 points. And then you got Carson for Dallas at 17.7. Ingram, I don't know what the hell happened to Ingram this week. But 8.2. He lost me one of my weeks, actually, in my Dynasty League. Ingram did. It was our first round of the playoffs last week, and he lost me He lost me my first game. So that's crazy. Anyways, guys, so as far as that goes, real quick before my laptop dies, I'm going to tell you guys what our playoff is going to look like. Just what teams made it. I'm pretty sure I did this, but just to recap real quick. Okay, so in the playoffs, we're going to have the Chiefs, the Hawks, Chiefs, Hawks, Packers, Browns, Oilers, Giants. It took a minute for it to load. I'm sorry. Oilers, Giants, Bears, and Lions. Lions 6-6-1. That's what it was. All right, and we were tied with the Bears 6-6-1. Bears went up and down too, like all of us did. Second tier: Broncos, Patriots, Cowboys, and Cards. That's going to be a good one. And then your third tier for the first draft pick, I'm pretty sure, is going to be the Rams, Colts, Raiders, Steelers. Yeah. Wow, it's going to be a good one. This is actually going to be a fun league. I've never had a league run like this. It's going to be great. All right, guys, everybody. Another commissioner said make some videos introducing yourself. I think you guys should do that, man. We don't know too much people. We know most people in the league, but mostly it's Chicago, New York, Kansas City, Arizona, Green Bay. Trying to think of anybody else who's done a video, but they probably have. Maybe I missed it, but we don't know everybody in the league. So do a short video. Let us know how your holidays were, any funny stories or anything like that. Mine were great. Remember the 3 important things in life. That's family, faith, and fantasy football. And I'm out, guys.